kings and queens, and welcome to the last episode for this week. We are still in the topic of privileges, financial privilege versus pretty privilege. And today, as our case study, we have ex-beauty queen Dabota Lawson and her ex-husband Sonny Ako. So Dabota Lawson married her ex-husband back in 2014, but the marriage didn't last because in 2015 they divorced, or she left. Anyway, now they are no longer together. And Dabota Lawson will say that she hated that she got married back in 2014. In our previous video, we started talking about what it means to marry a man so financially powerful that you practically lose yourself just to be with him, and that the only way to regain yourself, or the only way to avoid losing yourself, is to leave him, as the system is not going to change to adapt to your needs. But Dabota Lawson is not Rihanna, and she's definitely not Janet Jackson. What she is an ex-beauty queen who got married to a very wealthy man. So she made do with the situation. She had him open a boutique for her, and with the money that she got from him, she settled herself. Today she's a businesswoman and she's doing well for herself. Dabota Lawson could have decided to stay with her ex-husband, because let's be honest, you don't get to live a lifestyle when you become accustomed to it. But it was seem that all the money in the world could not make her happy. So she picked up her bag and left. She chose happiness over being a trophy wife. And here comes the term, trophy wife. Trophy wife is practically when a very wealthy man, usually in his 50s or 60s, marries a young, beautiful woman, usually in her 20s or 30s. A classic example of a trophy wife is Melania Trump. Because let's be honest, what is particular about Melania Trump? She is an East European, an ex-model who is married to the current president of the United States of America, Donald Trump. She is known as the wife of the president. Another example of a trophy wife is Nicole Murphy. She was married to Eddie Murphy from 1993 to 2006. And ever since they divorced, she has practically lost all the money she earned during her marriage with Eddie Murphy. And what happens now? That she actually misses being a trophy wife because she is good at it. Which is why she tried to get involved with Antoine Fuqua, who happens to be married to Lela Richon since 1999. Because her money is finished and she needs another source of income. There are trophy wives, for example, who got divorced from their husband and still managed to maintain a substantial income. An example is Ellen Nugent, the ex-wife of Tiger Woods. If you remember the case of Tiger Woods, he was caught cheating. As a matter of fact, he had a problem with sex addiction and it was a mess. She attacked him with a baseball bat. He had to run away in the car. Anyway, she got settled with millions and millions of dollars, so we don't have to worry about her, except for the heartbreak, of course. But trust me, she is not crying, and if she's crying in a house worth millions and millions of imaginable dollars. Okay, now just because a woman is married to a very wealthy man doesn't mean that she's necessarily a trophy wife. An example is Mackenzie Bezos, the ex-wife of Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon. They were married for many years. I think they had 2 children together, and last year they divorced, and it was seen that Jeff was having an affair with another woman, or they had separated for a very long time before Jeff started having an affair with the woman. The situation is that right now they are no longer together, and she got to walk away with billions. I'm not talking about millions, I'm talking about billions. Note that. But Mackenzie was there from the beginning. They built the wealth together. So she is not a trophy wife because she actually contributed to the empire that Jeff Bezos has today. So it made sense that she would part with some of the money. Let's be honest, if for example Michelle and Barack Obama should divorce tomorrow, and I hope they don't, this is just an example, do not come for me, do you think that Michelle wouldn't have the right to demand for all the money that they've made all these years? They met each other when they didn't have much. As a matter of fact, Michelle had more than Barack Obama when they met. So yeah, she would have every right to demand for 50% of all their money in case of a divorce. So Michelle Obama or Mackenzie cannot actually be described as trophy wife. Even Adesua cannot be described as a trophy wife. Yes, she got married to Banky when Banky was already super rich. His family is super rich, but Adesua is her own person. I already spoke about this in the video that I did when I spoke about relationship and power dynamics, and I said that they are two people that are perfectly balanced, because without the other person, they can function on their own. Trophy wives cannot function on their own. A perfect example of a trophy wife is Nicole Murphy, because on her own she cannot function properly, so she keeps looking for that wealthy man to finance her lifestyle. So back to the question that I asked in the first video: would you marry a man simply because he is wealthy? I believe that you already know my answer based on what I've said in this video, but you have to be very careful when you put wealth as number one criteria for finding a partner. It means that you will have to do a lot of compromising, and you will have to do a lot of concession as well, because the man will not do these concessions and compromises for you. There is a culture of male privilege, there is a culture of male dominance. You need to remember that as a woman, you need to be in a position to play on an equal level with any man you are involved with. So money privilege always trumps pretty privilege, anytime, any day. And if the man happens to be just as good looking as you are, then I don't know what to say. He's a double. That is a double defeat. So be very careful when you are choosing your partner, and remember, just because the offer is hard to refuse doesn't mean that you cannot refuse it. And that is all for this week, guys. I will see you next week to discuss another topic. See you now. Bye bye.